Mozambique has formed an alliance with Malawi. Interesting.
I just saw that right now. All right, let's see what else I can grab from Russia.
Yeah, dude, go for that Navy shit.
Kirov.
Oh, the Kirov is their best Cold War shit, man. You gotta get that. And check out all the different, like, get some patrol boats, get a little bit of everything, or just one of everything. Pretty much one of everything is typically enough. I haven't been working on rubber, but I'm gonna make some more rubber. 6 more rubber plants, and that's gonna get me up to 120 rubber.
Oh, you bought the Salva, the cruiser, huh?
Yeah, I think the Kirov is better. It's definitely better. I don't... It's nuclear fucking powered. Oh, you want the Slava? I mean, okay.
Just in case.
The Kirov is way better. It's reliant on nuclear power, but it's much better. I'd gladly go into buying uranium in order to use this. Because the Kirov can go all the way across the world. It can deploy as far as a nuclear carrier. Although, it means I'm going to end up needing uranium soon. So, I'm going to be opening... We're probably both going to start using uranium. So, if you start building anything soon, it should probably be uranium. Because there's going to be a market for that soon.
Well, I have 2,917 in production, and my actual use is 310. Stockpile almost 1 million units. I guess a couple more uranium mines won't hurt any.
The market availability for uranium is actually really dog shit right now. Are you not selling yours on the market?
Nah, not right now, I'm not.
But you're producing it?
Yep.
Alright, then I might just end up asking you for uranium.
That's fine. In fact, here, I'll give you some right now.
You know, it's so funny, we're Muslims, but we're taking this very communist route.
Yeah.
I'll need to get more naval production stuff to prop up my navy now that this is becoming a thing. But I'm currently limited. My economy is starting to limit me just by building everything I'm building right now. I'd say I need to spend more now on family subsidies, but money is the problem there. Because I need to spend like another 100 mil like a day on that shit. I don't have that kind of money.
I'll start getting some more naval fabrication up too.
Yeah, I definitely need that. It's just, I'm limited. Money-wise, like, I'm limited. That is my biggest problem right now, is money. What's your daily surplus deficit, trades aside?
Right now I'm at daily income 1.9 billion.
What does it say under your surplus deficit
25.
specifically?
Negative 569 million.
How the hell are you staying afloat?
My trades.
My god, your budget is worse than mine. Like, how the hell are you doing this?
I just start building a lot, so I actually kind of put it into a little bit of a deficit right now.
I'm gonna need more research soon as well. Like, we're catching these nations up, man. We're getting there.
Yeah, I actually built another research.
Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't bothered yet.
Yeah, well, I'm building one.
Yeah.
Just to get my shit from 2 to 3.
I'll need to do that, but I'll wait till some hydro plants finish, probably. Maybe. Yeah, I'll wait till like a hydro plant or something finishes. That's another 49 days. Because I'm actually in the negative again for industry goods, just because I'm making so much stuff. Making an entire hex of hydro and then some. Plus rubber. I haven't stopped on rubber.
Oh, God.
This is why my economy is starting to catch up.
Yeah. That or you're just going to completely and utterly surpass Malaysia if you haven't already.
No, I haven't. I need to make a lot of rubber to surpass them. They're making a stupid amount. I haven't been focusing on rubber anymore because I've been focusing on like my other goods and electricity, because like consumer goods was really not good. Consumer goods was a bad situation for me that was sending me further into a deficit because my trades were becoming a deficit now. But now my trades are in a positive again, because I'm only really importing right now electric power, but I'm fixing that up as well. My consumer goods sales is definitely helping prop me up as well now, and it's making up for my terrible budget. And the better I can get my trades, the better this will work overall.
Let's get some more trades going with Russia, since I got some more monies.
You've already gotten some text from me by now, I'm sure. Check your social spending. If things start going above 103%, you can lower them to get them closer to 100% and save some money. Some texts I've been getting have been increasing the efficiency of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, right now everything's pretty much in like the between 60 and 75-ish, roughly around there.
Oh, it looks like I can get the alliance with the United Arab Emirates. Hell yeah. How about
Nice.
Bahrain yet? No, not Bahrain yet. With the United Arab Emirates is a go. That's another like X amount of millions a day I can turn off pouring into another country. And there you go. New alliance formed, UAE and me. Now I need Bahrain. And Bahrain's a lot cheaper to pour money into. It's only like 6.5 a day. UAE was bigger. I don't know who I'll go for next.
Well, here's something interesting. There's an Indian APC passing through my fucking territory.
Indian?
Yeah.
Did you give them transit rights?
No.
You didn't give them transit rights, and yet they're just going through your territory.
They're just going through my territory. I mean, it's a good thing I turned off the freaking attack on incursion, because I'd already be at war with them right now.
You wouldn't be at war, but it would definitely hurt relations. Luckily, no one really needs to incur on me. I'm an island. Oh man, my military is getting larger and larger. I'm loving it. I'm actually becoming powerful. I mean, not really, but I'm becoming stronger. If you want military info, you could go to like the regional atlas at the top left. There's a military tab at the bottom, the second tab. You can sort by things like build capacities and total army staff and yada yada. You can see Russia, the US, and South Korea are just the #1 countries right now. They are the undisputed superpowers.
Well, I'm hoping in time that'll be us.
In time. I mean, dude, we're getting boosted up like crazy right now in tech and our overall just everything. Like, we are way more advanced than the first recording session, and this is only the third one.
Yeah, no
It's
kidding.
not even halfway through. Like, we're doing better and better. It's honestly really, really good. My budget is even getting a little bit better as I fix all my problems right now and I get everything more balanced. My GDP is going up because of my current inflation, since that is tied with growth. I am getting a lot better. Your economic situation actually just looks like it's getting worse. Maybe not your economic, but your budgetary situation.
Yeah, I gotta work on that.
But you have so many births. I feel like over time, your economy, like your high inflation is going to improve no matter what. But your budget is what you need to figure out. And that can be figured out with production and all sorts of things. Because what is your GDP is worse than mine, right?
My GDP is at...
Yeah, your GDP per capita is worse than mine, so you're more of a producing nation than I am. So if you get good production going for the world market, you can really become a stable nation in terms of your budget.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm trying to work on little by little.
The downside is the more you work on military, the more you work on research, that takes away from the advancements you make. It's my goal militarily to make sure every big island I have has a location where land units are being pumped out. Not every island, because I have a lot of little ones, but all the big ones. All the big islands or island chains. They need to have their own main source of production. I think I only really have 2 more big islands to do this on. And that would end up getting my military production land-wise to like 15 build capacity, and that would be fantastic. And when I get it up to that, I think is when I'll start filling in like Navy and Air Forces. Oh, my budget has naturally gone up to 4 mil for like the first time in forever. Wow.
Nice.
I think I can look into raising family spending a little bit. I want to get my family spending on, that's for sure, because it will help me maintain my economy, which will help me keep expanding, and the more I can expand, the more I can do. I've never had to build a nation up like this. I usually play already developed nations. I think I'm doing a pretty good job.
I think I am too, all things considered.
I think without each other, we wouldn't be half as far as we are right now.
No, I think I'd still be in the Stone Age.
None of our allies have allies. It'd be nice if they allied with each other, but if they allied with someone else, I could understand who I should be going for a little bit better. Oh yeah, and I'm not sure about this, but I could go for Kyrgyzstan up north of you, because that is an ally of Russia. Befriending that could be smart.
Oh, I thought you meant like going after them, like attacking them.
No, like befriending them, pouring money into them and getting a full alliance. I can already get a mutual defense pact. I just haven't because I'm not sure what I want to do over there yet. But I can definitely go for them. They like me and they're continuing to like me. You think you want to befriend Russia and all their friends? Is that something we want to look into now that Russia is so scary and big?
Yeah.
Okay, then I think I'll go for the mutual defense with Kyrgyzstan. And I'll start boosting their government as my second boost right now. And go for a full alliance with them. They're landlocked, so there's not a lot they can do, but if I get in there, my relations with Russia will be boosted as well as the rest of their allies. I feel like that we're at a point in the game where that's critical, because, you know, they're right next to us. We lost China, We can't really go for
Lost.
India unless we have Russia's friendship.
Yeah, I agree fully.
So now I'm getting friendship treaties with Kazakhstan because they're allowing me to. Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan are probably smaller deals. Like, they're not allied with Russia, so I don't know if we really need friends with them. I'm not going to prioritize it. In fact, they could be good targets to attack for you, just because they're not allied with Russia. So I'll just stop at getting friendship treaties with them. Turning off my theater controls for Central Asia, which is over by you, because I don't actually need troops over there currently. Nor the Middle East, really. I don't need to be in the Middle East. Usually I take care of all this at the beginning, I just haven't bothered because I haven't really had troops. I don't need to be involved in any of Africa. I'm going to turn off all my priorities there. I don't need to be in Europe for any reason. How many more hydro plants am I going to need with my current electricity usage?
Depends, how many do you have building?
I'll need, including what I have building, I will need at least 13 to break even on electricity. I'm building 8 right now. So I'm going to need like another hex just filled with this shit. Should I work on that first, or should I get another research center down? How bad is making a research center? It's not as bad. Similarly bad. It takes forever to build one, so I guess I should probably start on that. I guess I'll keep the research centers around my capital, because I don't think my capital's gonna fall. 640 days to make one. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane. Well, I usually get one building from the start of every scenario, but I just did not have that leeway at the start of this scenario. I love having technologically advanced nations so I could just research all my own tech rather than buying them, but buying them is always better than making them. It's always better. But I like being in the #1 place so I can hoard my technology and utilize it. And the downside is while I'm building all of this new electricity, my population is growing and my usage for not just electricity, but consumer goods is going up. So, and then I need to build more consumer goods, which makes me need more electricity.
It's an endless cycle.
It's just about how much can my economy and my budget handle at once, and that's what I need to do. I'm barely breaking even on consumer goods, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and plant another factory. It's going to increase my electricity needs, but it's okay. It'll keep my budget and everything balanced, and my economy, as of right now, can handle all this. And buying electricity right now is not that bad.
My research center has got 414 days to go.
Well, you got a good head start on me. My land force situation, though, is just getting better and better.
Nice, I just got a mutual defense pact with the UAE.
Oh, good progress. Israel hasn't been as aggressive as I would have thought, but that's probably only a good thing. Actually, remember, they didn't even start that war. It was Syria attacked them.
Yeah, so in their right to defend themselves, I mean...
Yeah, so I guess they're not being too aggressive right now, which is good. Hopefully, as we slowly start incorporating more and more of these nations over here into our little sphere, Israel will just kind of fuck off and leave us alone.
Maybe in a way they kind of already have. I mean, each one of us has a alliance with Egypt at least.
Yeah. The fact that they haven't attacked Iraq or Lebanon or Jordan is really impressive. They're not playing as aggressively as I expected. That's good, though.
Yeah, we don't need them to be aggressive right now. Or at least I don't. You're fucking safe all the way over there.
Safe where? On my island? Dude, just wait till I get a fucking proper navy going. No one is ever reaching me. Like, you'd have to have a presence nearby, like really close, to ever land anywhere on my territory. And I mean, like, you know, Malaysia, for example. But if I start conquering even that stuff, I'll just become safer and safer and safer. And my land force is getting far more impressive than it was at the start of this. I don't know if I could take Malaysia right now if I tried. I think I would stand a far better chance now that I have all these T-90As and these APCs and I got all this AT stuff and it's all semi-modern. Definitely stand a chance to, but I don't need to do it yet. There's nothing compelling me. There's nothing I need from them. Thankfully, I just have so much stuff in India. Okay, that's a lie. There's one thing that I need from them. I need uranium. That's something I could use from them. And they have some of that.
You do.
Australia has way more uranium. If I just desperately wanted uranium, I should be aiming for somewhere like Australia. But taking them over is annoying because they're just so large.
You think if I took Mali and then just built a seaport?
Mali? You built a seaport?
Or Mal, or however. Or I'm sorry, Maldives.
Oh, the Maldives?
Yeah, Maldives.
There's already a sea pier. You could upgrade that into a port. Yeah, what are you looking for from that?
Closer staging ground to Sri Lanka.
Yeah, that would be a much better, closer staging ground. In fact, that would give you a naval presence that you could use to fuel naval dominance over the Indian Ocean. It's a little target, and it would be super easy to just land a crack team of units on and overwhelm it. But
it's little, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's highly strategic.
It's highly strategic in terms of like military game. That would allow us good freedom.
Yeah, that's like our base. That's our Pearl Harbor.
Especially if you got Sri Lanka as well. Like, you'd have even more dominance over the Indian Ocean. And if you want to go for that, feel free. I'll turn my attention more in my region where I have these harder targets. But if I go for strategic targets, you know, like things maybe like Palau and the Micronesia, Northern Mariana, these kinds of things I could pay attention to. Either, you know, befriending them or becoming allies with them. It accomplishes the same thing. I get access to the location as a seaport.
I could. Well, not right now. I definitely want to work on getting my mutual defenses and alliances up before I invade another country. My treaty integrity is back up to 80%, which is very good.
Yeah, the lower it is, by the way, the faster it recovers. The higher it is, the slower it goes up. Once you get past 70, it slows down a decent bit. Once you hit 80, it slows down a lot. And then once you hit 90, it's just a grudgingly slow pace. You only really need to keep it around 60%.
Oh, okay.
So you could be a little trigger happy with your invasions if you really wanted to be. It's just whatever your goals are for right now. Like, my goal has nothing to do with that. I'm just building up as a country right now. My budget's getting better and better. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's what I got to really work on is internally. I'm just thinking as later on, it's from a strategic viewpoint. Take that. That gives me access to Sri Lanka, and then, yeah, I have a naval, well, not dominance, but high influence in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, you get like a seaport there. You can put a radar station there. You can put a couple of really good things there to make it a very useful location. Yeah, upgrade that to like a seaport. You can even put an air base there. It'd be a little redundant for supply, but you'd be able to stage more aircraft out of there that way. Chad and the Bahamas made an alliance, okay?
Well, we better not attack the Bahamas. Chad might get involved.
Yeah, dude, you don't want to fight Chad. He's a fucking Chad.
Yeah, definitely won't want to do that. Let's see here. What else can I work on?
My budget is getting better and better, and my economy is actually like holding up. So I'm gonna increase spending in family subsidy a little bit more. And I'm just gonna start placing more rubber, so I'm not neglecting my eventual rubber dominance.
Oh, my healthcare went up to 119%. Might want to lower that a little bit.
Yeah, you could definitely stand to lower that.
The environment, fuck the environment.
That affects your relations with other countries, especially your neighbors.
I said fuck the environment. No,
the big things in your social spending that affect your relations with other countries are your environment and cultural subsidy. God, I have 50 of these newer APCs. I feel like I could totally take Malaysia at this point, because Malaysia is not going to advance anywhere near as fast as I can. And their military approval rating is actually slacking. It's down to 84%. Oh, dude, they're getting weaker. I want to finish my own internal military setup before I start invading anyone. I think that's one of my main goals, so that my main islands all have big hubs of military production. Just my main ones. I'm not sure what anyone that I treat as a main one, I've already gotten set up. But I have a couple big islands left. 2 big islands that I can still set up military production on.
Oh, is that the one South Brunei?
I already have a military complex there pumping out units. The one over by Papua New Guinea is another one, although the infrastructure there is crap.
I know for the cities it's important, but and I know it's probably dumb asking this so late in the game, but like for the productions, you don't need roads or anything attached to them, do you?
No.
Like the facilities?
No, you don't need roads. Got a seaport down on the southern part of my island next to Papua New Guinea, and I gotta get some rail lines set up to get up through these jungles.
I'm gonna start getting rid of some more road and replacing it with some rail. And I noticed there are also some cities I don't even have connected to anything.
Alright, I got a rail line connecting these two places. I don't know why the infrastructure here is even the way it is, but it is how it is, so what are you gonna do about it?
You're gonna fix it.
No, I'm not gonna fix it. I'm just gonna leave it be for right now. Let's connect these two sea locations. The sea pier with an air base and a small town is a seaport over here with naval production. That seems pretty important to connect. Connect whatever cities I have here if possible. Problem here is bridging this little gap here. There you go.
Oh my god. Yeah, I really need to work on the infrastructure a lot.
How do I link the north to the south?
Oh, I got Russians coming in my territory. It's okay, Russia. I'm okay with you. Feel free.
Okay, Russia, I consent. Now to connect north to south, I can start here, work up north a little bit, and then take this all the way north to there.
Another quick question. So when I lock the minister, like, let's say I set a set price for my bulk sales, is this still going to sell, or is that just would I have to completely do that manually every time?
If you lock the minister, only you have control over that. Bulk sales are resources that you were saying, yes, sell this for, you know, like at least this price or whatever.
Oh.
But it's under your control. You have to change the minimum yourself and the amount of units that are up for sale. Otherwise, let your minister do it for you. The seaport at Jayapura. And I think I have my location for my military production over here. I'm going to put it right next to this Jayapura place. 1, 2, 3 land productions. And we get an air base up here as well. Where's the air base? Here it is. We have a spot for air production. And I have basically set all the foundations for all the infrastructure that Papua New Guinea's area is gonna need. A rail line connecting the whole fucking island, like every town with each other, a military base placed on the crossroad of some rail lines, seaports on every side, air bases on every side, all military bases connected. This is using a lot of industry goods though. Luckily, a lot of my hydro plants are finishing, so that'll free it up. Then I gotta get back on that internal grind. But at the very least, that's probably enough overall military production. I don't think I'll need any more to justify invading Malaysia. Hopefully, we can also get some progress on my alliance coming in with Bahrain. It's actually pretty damn close, I can tell you that. I'm even really close to getting an alliance with Kyrgyzstan already. Oh, wow. So I have a lot of things coming in, and then when this is done, I think I'll probably set up this invasion. And all the while, I'll just be letting more military units get pumped out. I love how now East Timor is just filled with a bunch of Georgian AA guns. You know why that happens, right? You know why there's always so many other units? Like, you look into, like, what was in China, too. There was a whole bunch of... There still is a whole bunch of units belonging to other countries there. That's because the countries are selling their military units. And the other countries are not taking them. They're not leaving with them.
They're just leaving them stuck there.
Yeah, they're leaving them there because they don't have to move them yet. Occasionally, they end up like, oh yeah, I need to move them now. Or when they go to war, they do. But when diplomatic merchant marines on, the AI, like, doesn't behave right with sending their troops back.
Hey, alright, I'm back up to neutral with Russia.
Nice, I'm still at cold, but I started the game at, like, the worst possible relations, and they're just liking me more and more, so that's only a good thing. If I ever want to get full, real naval control over, like, the oceanic region, Australia and New Zealand are gonna have to die. The problem is that they have alliances with the United Kingdom and Canada, the both of them. So I can't really get that kind of control. These other minor nations, they don't really matter, because they're not enemies, you know? If anything, I'd like to work my way into the mainland to avoid having to fight for naval dominance with the allies of the United States, because that is a fight that I will never win. Ever. I want to be a regional naval power, sure, but regional is the key word.
Yeah, not global.
Yeah. I want to see if I can work my way up towards India or something, not work my way out towards the United States. I don't want to piss off NATO right now. Gotta take our victories if we can get them, and Indochina looks ripe for the fucking picking. There's population in there, there's infrastructure, there's resources, all kinds of shit. And then when that's, like, taken over, like Bangladesh, you know, India, everything we could ever want is there except for GDP. We take over all of that somehow, and we will have the potential to surpass basically everybody. The potential to. Very important to specify that. All of my hydro plants, except for one, has finished. My new land production has finished as well. So my military production on land is now up to 12.
Nice. What's mine at? I haven't checked it. I am at 12 as well.
I do have a location where I could afford to go make some more. Like an already semi-developed island. But I'm going to save that for now. It's my island with my city of Makassar on it.
So here's something that's going to worry the rest of the world. Iran wants to buy uranium from me. Sure.
Yeah, that's a little troubling, all right. I'd be worried about that. New alliance formed, Slovenia and Bulgaria.
Ooh, the former Eastern blocs.
The new consumer goods I made is consuming even more industrial goods. Although my industrial goods is still really, you know, good. Just I'm still making a bunch of things like air bases. I'm making a fuck ton of railroads, which I assume are not finished. Oh yeah, I don't know if you watched far enough into this Cold War series to learn this, but railroads and roads actually need supply to build, and they build the closest railroad first. So if you like look over by Papua New Guinea, you can see some of my railroads out there are finished, and some of them going into the jungle are not because they're running into supply issues. So they're going to slowly, tile by tile, funnel the supply they need over there. But eventually, like in some of these locations, they could just run out of supply if I don't build anything over there to generate it. And thus, it could never get built.
So you would have to build a supply depot, basically, or
something that makes supply that the railroads that are already built can help funnel out there. I need to get in the business of building some more hydro. I've already fully used like 3 of my locations for hydro. I still have a good chunk more, but a good chunk more beyond that will be nice. I have 3 islands I have left that I can pick from. Build my hydro out on Borneo for now. I think it's formal alliance time with Bahrain.
Nice.
And then that's one less money. One less money sink, I guess. That's another way to word it. I was going to say country I have to funnel money into. Yeah, there's the alliance with Bahrain. That's good. Another ally. Even a weak ally is good. When you get into big wars, you'll be surprised how many allies end up giving enough of a shit to come help you. It's a surprising amount. Little wars that go quick, maybe not. But like these big wars, it helps. Another funny thing about it is that when you invade a country and you have allies in the country, because, you know, the country sold units to your ally, the moment you take over the land the allies are on, they start helping you fight. So right now, there's a bunch of Saudi units and other Middle Eastern units in Malaysia. If I actually attack Malaysia and push out, then all of these units are going to help me. Now, the downside is all these units are, like, arty, but that could still be helpful. Malaysia's building a research.
Oh, maybe you should wait for that to be finished before you attack.
Even if it's not finished, I'll end up finishing it. The thing I'm more concerned about now is if I take over Malaysia, will I have too many research facilities? I wasn't expecting to be ready to invade Malaysia so soon, which is why I went ahead and plopped one of my own down. AI go pretty heavy into building research centers, though. So you have to keep that in mind when you attack bigger nations. You may get research centers. You could always, like, turn some off for a while, so you don't have to build a new one. Or if you don't like the location of one, you could always take a chance to deconstruct one completely.